In the year 1950, in the village of Çarşamba in Denizli, a baby named Süleyman Aktaş was born. Everything in the world was ordinary and normal at that time. No one had any idea that in the coming years this baby would become one of Turkey's most feared and strangest serial killers. Years passed, and Aktaş, now married and a father of 3, began working as an electrical technician at the Electricity Authority. The year was 1984, and something extraordinary was about to happen. On that fateful day, Süleyman Aktaş was at work as usual. Due to a terrible accident, he was electrocuted with a voltage of 31,500 volts and was immediately rushed to the hospital. In critical condition, despite such a high voltage, he miraculously survived. However, his life would take a completely different turn from that point on. After a long period of treatment in the hospital, Aktaş was finally discharged. But something was different. He started hearing unexplained voices inside his head and even began experiencing various hallucinations. Nobody, not even the doctors, knew what was happening to him. Just about a year later, Aktaş would commit his first crime. The date was 1985, and the location was Antalya. Süleyman Aktaş was walking down the street when Chief Inspector Nuri Keskin, who was searching for an address, approached him and asked if he knew the location he was looking for. A strange argument erupted between them, and as the argument escalated, Süleyman Aktaş pulled out his gun from his waist and shot the chief inspector on the spot. The inspector lost his life. Aktaş fled the scene, but was soon captured with the help of eyewitnesses. When the police interrogated Aktaş, they realized that something was seriously wrong with his mental health. He claimed that the number 9 was calling him, and that he had to find the number 9. His strange behavior led to his immediate transfer to the Manisa Mental and Neurological Diseases Hospital. After spending years in a mental hospital, by 1991, the doctors believed that Aktaş had recovered and could be discharged. It was time for Süleyman Aktaş to return to his village. He seemed to have improved and resumed his old life, but after a few years, he began receiving strange messages in his head again. The voices in his head were urging him to complete the number 9 and claimed that he had received tasks and messages from the stars, especially from the Libra constellation. The location was Çarşamba village once again. After some time, an elderly couple named Ismail and I had not been seen by anyone for several days, causing concern among the villagers. When they entered the couple's house forcibly, they were met with a horrifying scene. The elderly couple had passed away days ago, and their bodies had already started decomposing. Since such incidents were rare in the village, the police suspected foul play. The first thought was that the couple might have died due to food poisoning. After their burial in the village cemetery, the unfortunate incident was soon forgot. However, a month later, another chilling incident shook the village. The 77-year-old Ruki and 78-year-old Ramazan Kokatep couple were found lifeless in their home, with clear evidence of murder. A series of construction nails had been driven into their foreheads and eyes. The nails were arranged in a specific mathematical pattern. The entire village became increasingly uneasy, fearing for their safety. one concerned man decided to check on his uncle, who lived alone, and warn him about the danger lurking in the village. To his horror, he found his uncle lying on the floor, still alive but with 2 nails driven into his eyes and 1 into his forehead. The wounded man managed to utter the words "complete to 9." Before succumbing to his injuries, Süleyman Aktaş was revealed as the perpetrator. He confessed to the murders during the police interrogation, revealing gruesome details of how he committed the crimes, and even confessed to the poisoning of the elderly couple. Aktaş was captured again and sent back to the mental hospital. Despite the heinous crimes, he would never harm anyone else. His confession was chilling, but investigations at his home revealed even more unsettling evidence. Lists of potential victims were found etched onto a wooden cupboard. Additionally, a stash of nails was discovered in his house. Süleyman Aktaş would be stopped, but not before a series of horrifying crimes. After some time, Aktaş executed a plan while still in the mental hospital and managed to escape. The news of the escape sent shockwaves across the entire country. News channels and newspapers were covering the escape of the nail killer as a major breaking story. This not only terrified the villagers but also instilled fear across the nation. Half of Çarşamba village's population left their homes out of fear. Thankfully, law enforcement agencies were swift to respond, and Süleyman Aktaş was recaptured before he could harm anyone else. Aktaş became a well-known figure in Turkey during that time, with news channels and newspapers competing to interview him in the mental hospital. Süleyman Aktaş was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, and it was deemed that he could never be cured. Spending the rest of his life in the hospital, one of the peculiar incidents during his time in the hospital was sharing a room with a well-known figure in Turkey, Vampire Mummer, who had committed a gruesome murder. Their presence in the same room led to sleepless nights for both, with Süleyman Aktaş fearing that Vampire Mummer might drink his blood, and Vampire Mummer fearing that Süleyman Aktaş might drive a nail into his head. Süleyman Aktaş continues to receive treatment at the Manisa Mental and Neurological Diseases Hospital, according to the latest information. Due to Alzheimer's disease, he no longer remembers the events of his past. I wish you all good health, and I'll see you in the next video.